Good evening. I'm Pat Harvey.
I'm Rudabeh Shabazi.
Well, tonight, President Trump says the U.S. military carried out one of the most powerful bombing raids of the war with Iran.
The target, an island that's very important to Iran's economy and oil revenues.
And CBS LA's Gio Insignares is here now. Gio, this all comes as oil prices surge, of course, and the number of American troops killed continues to climb.
And the information just keeps coming a mile a minute, too, because the president was talking to reporters, then he got on Air Force One, and a few minutes after that was the Truth Social post that announced this military strike. So all of this happening as new questions emerge about Iran's supreme leader as well. U.S. officials say he may have been wounded in earlier strikes, and now the State Department is offering millions for information on him and other top Iranian officials, all while President Trump shares those details about another strike.
Tonight, President Trump announcing that the U.S. military conducted a large bombing raid on Karg Island, a strategic hub that handles most of Iran's oil exports.
The situation in Iran is going very well. A lot of big hits today, a lot of big wins today.
In a social media post, Trump said U.S. forces totally obliterated military targets on the island, but that he chose not to strike oil facilities. The 5-mile-long island handles roughly 90% of Iran's crude exports, making it one of the most sensitive economic targets in the war. The president also warning Iran not to continue interfering with shipping in the Strait of Hormuz, claiming to reporters,
their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, most of their military is gone, their big threat is gone in every way.
Meantime, the Pentagon today confirmed the deaths of all 6 crew members aboard a U.S. military refueling tanker that was supporting operations in Iran. Officials say a second aircraft was also involved but landed safely. Photos show it has tail markings from Beale Air Force Base. It's 40 miles north of Sacramento. Investigators believe this plane and the downed one collided midair.
Was not the result, as CENTCOM has said, was not the result of hostile or friendly fire.
The crash brings the number of American service members killed in Operation Epic Fury to at least 13. CBS News has learned the Pentagon is sending more warships and potentially up to 5,000 sailors and Marines to the Middle East.
Iran still has the capability to harm friendly forces in commercial shipping, and our work on this effort continues.
The conflict's still sending shockwaves through global energy markets. Oil prices have surged more than 40% since the war began. In an effort to mitigate rising costs, the Trump administration announced it's temporarily easing some sanctions on Russian oil. But European allies have criticized the move over concerns it could raise millions for Russia and help it intensify its war with Ukraine.
They are exercising sheer desperation in the Straits of Hormuz. Something we're dealing with, we have been dealing with it, and don't need to worry about it.
The human cost of the war is also growing. Video released by the Iranian Red Crescent Society shows rescuers digging through rubble, searching for survivors in Tehran after the latest wave of airstrikes. And in Lebanon, the United Nations says hundreds have been killed and more than 800,000 people have been forced from their homes.
They are exhausted, they are afraid, and frankly, there is a sense of desperation here on the streets.
And the Pentagon says the crash of the U.S. refueling aircraft is still under investigation. Meanwhile, President Trump says he believes the war could end soon, but when asked for a timeline, he only said, quote, "We're way ahead of schedule." Critics disagree with the White House's assessment, claiming the president does not have an endgame to this crisis. So as you can imagine, we'll continue to monitor it through the weekend. The president's in Mar-a-Lago, saying he'll keep an eye on things down there as well.
All right, and we know something will be breaking. Thank you, Gio.